It's your girls.
I'm going to turn this a little bit. Sorry. Queenie.
And Masani. And together, who are we?
Barber babes.
Cutting up. I'm going to do it different every time.
Clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm just over here. Edward Scissors hands.
Choppy.
Oh.
We're back. How you feeling?
Good.
She's feeling a little too good.
Good and tired.
Good and tired.
Ready to put that blanket right here on my neck.
I thought you had plans tonight.
I do.
Okay.
And I'm still ready to put that blanket right here on my neck.
See, the thing about it, like, how y'all feel? Like, what's the time that you go to bed? Like, if you got plans to go somewhere, like, what's the latest for you to be out the door?
If I'm not out the door by 10, then call me in.
I don't know.
I'm at the house.
If I'm looking forward to it, which isn't very often, but, like, if I'm looking forward to it, then I'll give it till midnight.
Midnight?
For real, yeah.
How old are you?
I'll head out the door at, like, 11.
How old are you again, friend?
I'm about to be 27.
Okay.
Okay, I won't head out
I'm
at midnight.
about to be 30.
For real, this year?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, right? How time
Shout out
flies.
to the Trey
The authority.
Way.
Oh. What is it called?
I mean, I don't know. I just called it that.
I like that, though.
Trey Way.
Well, yeah, for me, I'm in the house because after 10 o'clock, 10:30 is my bedtime. So it's like, if I'm leaving the house at 10 o'clock, I'm already tired.
Why is 10:30 your bedtime?
Because I want to wake up early.
Okay.
I like to wake up between the hours of 5 and 7.
5
Well,
a.m.?
5:30 and 7. Mm-hmm.
Is that when you go to the... No, you don't go to the gym that early.
I do go to the gym that early. Some days. Some days I don't make it. Some days it's 7:30.
Girl, if I could stay in the bed until 10, that is what I'm gonna do.
See? But that matters. Like, I think when people hear me say, like, my bedtime, they're like, girl, you old. And it's like, yeah, but I also like to wake up early. Like, that's really why.
What is it about that?
Waking up early?
Mm-hmm.
I get more stuff done.
Yeah.
And, like, my mood is better when I go to the gym first thing in the morning when I wake up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm a little different. And, you know, part of me is like, I don't know. It's because we always tie it back to worlds, okay? We're all in our different worlds.
That's it.
And I just feel like I am at my best when I could, you know, take my time in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't rushing to get up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going to be up, but I'm going to be in the bed and up.
For real?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, the problem is I'll be on my phone.
Yeah, when you first wake up?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the real problem. But I like taking my time in the morning.
It don't make you feel like, damn, I gotta say here. Like, I can take my time in the morning, but usually by a certain time, I'm like, damn, I could have had this shit done. Like, you just be like,
I don't feel like I'm missing anything.
yeah.
I don't.
Maybe that's because of,
Yeah.
See, 2 worlds.
Yeah, for
maybe,
real.
'cause when
But I might feel different. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy because, throughout the years, like, you feel different about different things. So,
Yeah.
I might feel different about that some years from now. But right now, I'm like,
you're in
no.
it. That's a great place to be. I think they're both great places to be, especially if you just enjoy being in that space.
Yeah. So, about to be 30, like, does that feel like anything? Because everybody knows that there's, like, this whole thing with the number 30
Mm-hmm.
and turning 30. Everybody feels like there's, like, some crazy shift that's going to happen. Like, are you feeling that?
I feel like a shift has already happened, but I also, like, part of me kind of feels like age, like, I don't take age too serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's definitely a good, like, milestone mark.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm not, like, when I think about 30, I'm not sitting here, like, thinking, damn, I'm 30.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, some people, like, cry at 30. Like, some people have those really, like, oh, my gosh, I'm getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that never crossed my mind. And at the point where it did cross my mind, where I'm like, oh, I'm turning 30, it was like, oh, I'm just getting started. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's up.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
it's crazy. Yeah, because the closer I get to it, like, the more I'm, like, excited for it.
Yeah.
It's not like, I'm about to be 30. Like, people will try to make you feel like you're about to be 30, and I'm like,
you're old.
I'm about to be 30.
Literally,
So
y'all.
what about it? Yep. And I look like I'm 17.
Right. and it's great because it's like each age group has benefits to it that we've seen, like, on this earth. And so, like, 20s is a great age as well.
Mm-hmm.
But you're making a bunch of mistakes, and you don't necessarily have to, like, you know, like, it's not affecting your life that much.
Yeah.
Like, we feel like it is, right? But that's what 20s is for. 20s is to learn, like, just to learn, to experience things, to enjoy your life, to learn from your mistakes, and to not take things so serious.
Yeah.
Like, brush things off. Like, you don't know until you know, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what 20s is. And, like, moving into my 30s, it's like I learned so much, and I'm just so ready to apply it. Like, that's the difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So definitely grateful to be here.
Yeah, but that's why I think, of course, you don't want to tie, like, age too much into it, because, you know, life is life.
Mm-hmm.
But I also do appreciate, like, a little pressure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because it's like, girl, you don't want to be this age and not have shit together.
Yeah.
So I think a little pressure is good
It's
for
good.
anybody. Yeah, definitely.
But then also having your shit together is subjective.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Of course, like, we can definitely see, like, on what ends it looks like, damn, you're this age and you don't have, even when it comes to, like, material, like, let's take that out, but, like, mentally, like, you don't have certain shit, it's like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand that as well, but, you know,
yeah,
again, like, being successful, having, like, your shit together, being this well-rounded person is subjective.
it is.
You could be a homeless person, and in your head, like, you feel like you have your shit together, and maybe you do.
Mm-hmm.
But to somebody who admires materialistic things and enjoys, like, fancy cars and nice houses, you're looking at the homeless person like they don't have their shit together.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That is, yes.
But they could be intelligent. They could be, like, spiritually aligned and everything.
Okay. And let me tell you, the other day, I was working in the shop, and a guy came in. It was a walk-in. I cut his hair. And after I finished cutting his hair, I told him how much the haircut was. He was like, oh, that's it? I was like, yeah, maybe I should have said a little more. But he pulled out his wallet. He had mad cash in the wallet. But let me tell you, this man was driving the oldest car you could imagine. Like, if you seen him just on the street, you would think, or maybe assume that he didn't have no money.
Really?
But that wallet was full, let me tell you.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like, I love that. Because we have gotten so accustomed to seeing people, especially in our community, in our culture.
Yeah.
To seeing people with, like, nice things and thinking that they got it.
Yep. And the thing
some of them
about
people
it, yep,
be broke.
that's how they keep us broke.
Yeah. So it's like, even the concept, like, the car that I drive right now, I will be in places where it's like, most people are not driving that type of car. Like, I'll pull up to an event where I know most people are not driving that type of car.
Yep.
And at first I'd be like, ugh, I really don't want to drive my car over there. But now it's like, girl, get
You
rid of
gotta
that
be okay with that.
Yes,
Yeah.
because and it's not even about the car you're driving. Like, as much as we want to make it seem like it's about that.
This car get me to
A
the
to B.
same places it get you.
Literally.
We got to the same place in the...
And I might have heard a few noises in my car that you may not have heard in yours.
Yeah, but that make me think of what you said.
But baby, we both got there.
We both got there, so what are we talking about?
Yeah. So just that, like, embracing that aspect of it is like, who cares?
Yep.
You know?
And I'm not gonna lie, like, parts of me be thinking, like, me getting into an accident, I got in a car accident car got totaled. I feel like it was a blessing.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, we talked about that too.
Yeah. Out here paying that car note, on top of that insurance, on top of that gas. And now it's like...
Look at you, still getting from A to B.
Okay, still getting from A to B, not stressed about paying this bill and that bill.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it was low-key a blessing in disguise. Let me tell you, I was stressed and upset when it happened.
Do you feel like you find yourself sitting down more too?
Yes, very much so.
That's a blessing in itself too.
For sure. So, yeah.
Do you want to get to one of these questions?
Okay.
Do you want what's the time, y'all? Where we at?
Because and we going to need one of our phones. Because we don't got either one of them.
Oh, okay. Can we get one of the phones so we can do this?
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
What you want to do, friend? Would you rather, or you want to do a serious question?
We could do one of each.
Okay.
All right.
How you like the wine so far?
It's cool. You been sipping it?
Yeah, white is really not my thing. I'm more of a red girl. But
I mean, I can appreciate both, but yeah, I definitely like. I think I just like something a little sweeter. I don't like super dry, but I don't like too sweet either. Whether it's white or red.
Oh, it's 14%. I like that.
Okay. And shout out to South Africa. That's where this wine is from.
South African wine. So it's a white peach, citrus, and honeydew.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me taste. Let me.
C word. We out here giving y'all.
Oh, it smells really good.
Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do? We got some questions listed, just so we can give our perspective, open ourselves up a little bit more. We're gonna do more of like a serious self-awareness question, and then we'll do like would you rather.
Yeah, we don't know what the would you rather is because our team picked them, so
yeah.
Shout out to them.
Okay, so what we're doing 1 through
50.
Okay, so you gonna pick the number?
All right, 34.
All right. Number 34 on the self-awareness. Okay, so 34 is, what is the role of community in mental health?
What is the role of community in mental health?
So how does community play in mental health? And this could tie into what we do too. Like,
wow, that's a good question.
So what is your community?
I would say like overall community, like what I think would help mental health is if our community gave grace to people. Like if our community understood that everybody's operating in their own experiences, right?
Yeah.
And that we're learning as we go. Like if you think about the concept of like how the universe was created, like we're the last things that were created in the universe.
Yeah.
And we're actually the babies of this world, right?
Wow.
And so we don't really know. Like each human doesn't really know, and we're learning as we go. So if we give people grace in our moments of emotion and our moments of judgment and our moments of whatever it is, then it can help us with the mental health aspect, because people wouldn't be so hard on themselves if they don't see other people being hard on other people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And on this talk show, podcast, whatever you want to call it, we want to get into like how we as barbers in the barbershop can create community to have like a positive influence on everyone, because the barbershop is everywhere, and the barbershop is a place to create community. So I think it's important that we look at it in that way, because I even be thinking about like kids that come in the barbershop,
like when not kids, not the little babies. But like teenagers, I love it when teenagers and middle schoolers come in.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, because that's important. And I don't know if people think about it, but they are taking in what is going on.
Yes. I don't think we understand how much they come in and want that sound advice. Like, most of the teenagers or middle schoolers that I get to come in, like, they not talking the same way when their parents are in the room versus when they're not.
That is so true. Yeah.
Like, every time. And I really appreciate them, like, bringing that and being so open to me that I'm just like, you know, like, I want to be able to provide you sound advice or another perspective without making it feeling like I'm judging you.
Yes.
And that helps so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and because some people, like, they might not have the family members to give them the sound advice or, like, family members that they even feel comfortable with. So it's like, understand that the position you're in, like, you can give them a space to be comfortable. Be open and just, like, always think of that. Like, I feel like some people just don't be thinking about it.
That, you know?
Yeah, and I've even been in settings in the shop where I'm like, I don't know if this is something that a teenager should be consuming.
I've been in settings like that as well.
Yeah. But it's like, I just don't think some people pay attention to it, or they don't realize the weight that they hold. So, for sure, that can be a part of community, being in a barbershop.
For sure. Easily.
Yeah. And that all does play a part in mental health. So, my community is mainly, like, my family and my friends. And from young, that has played a part in my mental health. Like, as far as being confident in myself, like, having my family there to build that is, like, super vital.
For sure.
But it comes in different forms, so it don't even gotta be, like, blood relatives. But yeah, for me, it was definitely family and friends.
And what we consume, I think, like, we take we take it lightly as far as what we are consuming on the daily, but your community is also things that you're listening to every day. It's things that you're watching every day.
Yeah.
Those are things that are a part of your community, whether you want it or not. So, I think it goes back to, like, you know, the music and the TV shows and the movies. Entertainment is definitely a thing, and art is definitely a thing. But there's intention behind everything. Yeah. Whether you choose to acknowledge it, whether you choose to put effort into the intention, there's still intention behind everything. And so, I think that has a lot to do with, like, mental health as well, right? Like, what are you constantly consuming, and what is it telling you about yourself?
So, at what point can you even, like, choose your community? Because there comes a certain point where you can...
Ooh, that's good.
You can choose it for yourself, but I don't think it's always that way.
Like as you're younger. Yeah. Like what age?
Yeah, and I guess you can't put a number on it, but to me, it would be... I don't even want to say that when you leave your household, but I feel like that's when it's like...
You're choosing.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I have an 8-year-old daughter, and I'm not going to hold you. I feel like she chooses.
She be choosing?
Yeah. Like, I still do my best to navigate through her experience because that's what I'm here to do is guide her, but, like, Reagan know what she want.
That
she
is
know what she
awesome.
want to watch. She know what she, you know what I mean? And she has a mind of her own already. I can tell her something, and I don't like necessarily that she battles it. And I think part of that goes back to our community of the, like, back in the day when it's like, as soon as you say something back to your parent after they said something, that's you talking back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's automatically disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
Where now it's like, I definitely want to hear your opinion. I want you to have discernment in when to speak your opinion versus when to just do what to do.
Right.
And so, that's like a whole nother thing, but just her being able to be like, nah, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to experience that. I don't really like the way that makes me feel.
Mm.
And being able to be confident in that, like,
right.
She's 8.
Yeah.
And I think that needs to be more normalized because we're teaching our kids, and we've been taught that you have to follow everything that's on the outside of you. Like, you have to listen to your teacher. You have to listen to your parents. You have to listen to the books. And you are never taking a chance to listen to what's on the inside of you. So when you get older, now you're trying to unlearn all those things to listen to what's inside of you.
Wow, yeah.
And that, I feel like, has a lot to do with mental health. Because it's like, you so focused on what everybody else wants you to do. And guess what? As it don't matter how much you focus on what everybody else wants you to do. Mm-hmm. You will never live up to that.
Yeah.
You will never live up to it.
Ever.
So.
Yeah. So always remember that you are in control of your community. Mm-hmm. Nobody can tell you who your community is. Like, even if they say, like, this is your... It don't matter if it's your aunt, your uncle, your cousin. If you don't feel like that's your community, then it don't have to be. Yeah.
It's okay.
It doesn't. So, like, definitely be intentional about, like, everything, even down to where you're going to get your hair cut. Because, you know, I'm going to tie it back to that.
Yeah, for real. No, you're right.
No, seriously. Like,
and don't feel bad for it. Like, it's not even a thing about, like, judging the situation. Like, oh, this ain't my community because it's this or that. It's just not your community because it's just not your community.
Yeah.
And moving forward, like, that's going to save us a lot of time, energy, and just peace. Like, not being so quick to be like, that ain't my community because they don't do things how it's like, nah, they're just not my community.
Yeah.
And I'm going to find something that is.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know how much time we have. We do want to do a would you rather question. But, yeah, so, okay, where do we have the questions at?
They put them in a group chat, friend. I think.
Oh, okay. So that's what's coming in my phone because I wasn't sure.
It's good, man.
Okay, so they're not numbered though. So how are we doing this?
Oh, I'll pick one for you.
Okay.
I'll just go like this. Okay. Would you rather be cheated on or cheat on your partner? It's the eyes. I'm sorry, just yelling at the mic.
Oh goodness. Wow.
That's deep.
Is a crazy question. Would I rather be cheated on or cheat on my partner?
That's still something, man.
Damn.
I know. I thought it was just gonna be like snap.
I know. I thought it was too, because I definitely don't want to be cheated on.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna pick cheated on. Because the way my mind works, like, I feel like if I cheat on the other person and then they leave me, I'm gonna be like, it's gonna make me feel worse. Like, that I have to figure out, like, damn, I did this wrong thing.
Right.
You know
and
what
you gotta accept that, and you gotta you
Versus
gotta live with the fact that it was your fault.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, like, we're getting out of the era of, like, being so hard on ourselves. So it's like, I really ain't trying to go through that. Like, you cheat on me and it's like, oh, that was him.
But then it's like when you get cheated on, also, it's like, dang, so like,
girl.
why? For what? Was it me? No, it's you.
I know.
I think.
One thing I ain't doing no more is it me? I know it's not me. It is you.
Easier said than
I know that's
done.
true. That's true. But I feel like cheating, like the whole mindset of cheating on somebody, I'm not saying that necessarily it has to be the person who cheated, but we do have to understand that there's a foundational aspect in the person who cheated that made them cheat. Like, even if you have a woman, like, or a man, let's say that it's a man, even if a man is nagging at me, right? He's like, you need to do this, you need to do that third, and I go and cheat on him. That still has something to do with me.
Right.
Like, even though he is nagging, there's a communication that I could have brought to him. There's something that I could have did to negate the entire situation. Or I could have just left.
That's true.
You know?
But I think I would rather... Damn.
You would rather cheat.
I think I would rather cheat because I would know why I did it.
Why? Give us a reason.
It could there could be several reasons. It could be because of distance. It could be you're not giving me
what you need,
what I need. It could be a number of reasons. But if you do it, I might not ever really know the reason.
I don't care.
You don't care?
No.
Why don't you care?
I don't care if I know that it's a wrap. Like, if I know for sure that the relationship is a wrap, I don't care. And honestly...
But if I'm invested and I'm thinking we got a good thing going...
Maybe I make investments all the time that I pull out of, so... I don't know. But I gotta go.
Like, if I did it, I know what happened. Yeah. I know how it happened. All of that. And
then you're gonna be able to give that information, exactly all those reasons, over to the person.
Yeah.
To make them feel like they understand, and they're still not gonna understand.
And in that case, if you don't understand, then I don't know what to do. But I mean, that's between you and you.
Yeah, I think it's tough. I definitely think it's tough on either side. I would say marriage would be maybe a different scenario. Obviously, if a man cheats or if a person cheats, is it as easy to just walk up and leave? I don't know, because I ain't married. Mm-hmm. But in these quote unquote relationships, baby, one thing's about it and two things for sure.
Yeah.
That dough.
So, do you think you have less control or more control in either situation? So, like, if you were the person who did the cheating, do you feel like you have less control over the situation? Obviously, if they know or if they found out.
Do I have less control if they did the cheating?
If you did the cheating. I feel like you have less control.
If I did the cheating, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe that's why I'm saying the opposite reason, because...
For sure.
One thing about it is I like my control.
Me too, girl. So, me too.
Let's get to one more. We got two more minutes, friend.
Okay, bitch.
It's your turn. That was a good one, guys.
It was a tough
Great job. Friend, you're supposed to do this.
Oh, okay. I thought you was looking through them.
No.
Okay. I don't like that one. Okay, would you rather be poor and work at a job you love or rich and work at a job you hate?
First of all, I don't even think that's possible.
To be poor and work at a job you hate?
To
no,
be poor and work
at a job you love.
Like, I don't feel like that's possible. First of all, I feel like poor is a mindset.
It's a mindset.
And rich is a mindset. And I feel like if you are I can't say most of the time. In my reality, if I'm working at a job that I hate and I'm literally working and spending my time there, I feel like that's a poor mindset. I don't necessarily care about the money that you make because, like I said all the time, like, you can make all this money and still be broke. Like, you can make all this money and spend that shit as soon as you make it.
Yes, and if you have all that money and you're at a job that you hate, I feel like you're most likely going to try and spend that money and try and make up for you're hating most of what you do.
Yeah. And if you love your job and you're just doing it because you love it, there's something about God, because I believe in God, that just happens to, like, spin around blessings around you when you're in a state of happiness, peace, and joy.
Yeah.
And you're doing the thing that you love.
Yeah.
Like, it's no way that God doesn't bless that.
For sure.
So
that was good. I like
girl.
that.
Because we in the season. Okay.
But I was telling you how, like, I've been learning how money is energy. Mm-hmm. And so when you are, like, just desperate for it.
Ooh, say the word again.
Okay.
Say the word again.
Desperation.
Desperate.
Okay. It's never going to turn out good for you. Mm-hmm. At least I don't think so.
No, it's not.
Yeah. So when you're operating out of a place where you're doing what you feel like you should be doing, things will eventually work in your favor. It might take some time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It might take some time, but if money isn't, like, necessarily your main focus, then it's gonna come.
It's gonna come.
Mm-hmm.
Currency.
Yeah.
And that's a whole nother conversation that we definitely want to touch on in the next episode or one of the episodes. Just people in their relationships with money. And I know that, like, obviously we are not here to, I don't ever want this to even seem like a bashing podcast.
No.
However, we're
going to keep it 100.
That's it. Like, this is the truth. This is the honest truth. And we talk to plenty of men. My understanding of the conversations that I've been having with my community of men is their relationship with money. And I do think that we can assist in them feeling different about how they view money, how they perceive money, how they love money, and what it means to them. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, we do have some strongholds in our relationships as men and women that we're having a challenging time bypassing, and I feel like that's one of them. And we got to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all watch Snowfall?
I didn't watch it yet. But I seen, look, you know, I don't care about spoiler alerts.
Snowfall just has such
and that's a good friend.
It has such an amazing, like, perspective on, like, money and greed. Good. And it just,
I wasn't even going there. I was thinking about the show. I didn't even know how you was tying it all together, but baby, you was right.
I just love Snowfall. Like, yeah, it's my favorite show. But it's so good, and the way it ended is just like
the community's relationship with money.
For real. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. So if you haven't watched Snowfall, you better get up on it.
Because I'm about to go watch it hopefully tomorrow morning, because it's not
watch
it tonight.
Please.
All right.
Please. But yeah, to be continued.
Right. We're always trying to continue something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we really enjoy having these conversations with y'all, even though y'all not talking back to us, but we talking to each other.
Okay.
And it's wonderful.
Yeah, we be having some thoughts.
Yeah, so.
But give us y'all's thoughts, okay? We be forgetting that we on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. Give us y'all's, y'all's thoughts, y'all's perspectives.
And hopefully you hear us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Okay, shout out to my cousin who coming
up. She said she got to go.
Is she on camera? I don't know.
It's all good. Look, we out of here too, girl. I get it. But yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate you.
Yes.
Stay tuned for more episodes. If you have any topics that you would like us to talk about, please drop it in the comments. Let us know on our Instagram.
And we better be in. Okay, we might be at a different location next time you see us.
We will be at a different location.
Yeah. So stay tuned for more.
Love you.
All right. Peace and
And we're out.